Hey guys, it's Beauty Queen, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about things to do when booking a tattoo appointment and things not to do as well. So this does depend on if you're booking online or in person. I booked online for all my tattoos and I just recently got 2 new ones. If you haven't seen that tattoo reveal, I'll have that linked up in the cards. But basically, things not to do is don't argue with your artist. That's basically the only thing. So things to do when booking a tattoo appointment. Make sure you're clean for one on that day. Like, wash yourself. They don't want to smell you. Ugh. So if you go, I don't have experience with booking in shop, but I do online, so I'm going to speak about that side of it. So do send references to the sort of tattoo you want, but do not expect to get that exact tattoo. So I sent just a photo of a little star up here. So like, I think it was the purple one, except it was in blue and it was just an outline. It was on someone's wrist. And I said I like that, but I'd like 4 of them in a diamond shape. And I said what colours I wanted, so 2 black, 1 red and 1 purple. And I also said that I wanted touch-ups and a finger tattoo, and when could I get booked. Never push. Always say, when can I get booked? Can I please have this if possible? Blah, blah, blah. Photos are always references, and they're going to do a twist on it no matter what, but they will always consult you unless you give your tattoo artist free control. Because tattoo copying is a real issue, and never copy someone else's tattoo, please. Never, ever copy someone else's tattoo. The artist has spent however long designing that tattoo, tattooing that person. Never steal someone's idea. You can use photos as references and put twists on it, but never have the exact same tattoo on you. Always say the sizing. So they're going to ask you this no matter what, but it's always better just to have everything in that email or message or whatever, however you're contacting them, on the sizing. I said I wanted the rose on my finger, and I wanted it to be, I didn't say how much, I just said my finger, and they measured it out because fingers are all different sizes and I couldn't get my measuring tape in. But with these, I said I just wanted around 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit smaller, just whatever they could do, but I would like it around that inch kind of size. I got in, they measured it all out, did up a design, slapped it on me. I had a look, I liked the placement, I liked everything, so we started tattooing. So, always be on time, never be late, just don't be late, please people. I'm just trying to see what else I normally say. I'm just going down to the birth messages. Right, another thing. So, put when you want it done. You may not be able to get it done in the exact time frame you want it, but if you have like a certain amount of time or a certain thing, do ask if you can get it done then. So I said, hi, I was wondering if I can get an appointment hopefully next week. So I said hopefully next week, so if they were a bit later that was fine, but I couldn't have it any earlier than next week because I didn't have the money. And that's fine, you've got to have the money to be able to pay up front, people. You've got to pay it with them. My tattoo artist, you pay after the tattoo because it's charged by hourly rate. Most tattoo artists have it charged by hourly rate, people, so keep that in mind. It's also good if you're not sure if you're going to have enough money to ask, hey, how much is it going to cost before you even book that appointment? Because you don't want to waste their time because you don't have the money. I was $20 short, but my mum offered to let me pay her back that $20, and we agreed on that beforehand. So she said, as long as it's no less than, I think it was $40, no more than $40, I could afford it. My tattoo appointment did go a little bit over what we thought, so I only had $100 on me, but my mum did have the $20, and she brought it over, and we paid, and then we left. So it was all okay, but if you're not sure you're gonna have the money, definitely check. But I didn't expect it to go over what it did, so I did think like 100, I thought about that 100 mark, but I passed out. For the first time in my life getting tattooed, I passed down. We don't know what happened because I had a lot of water in my system. I had eaten a big meal beforehand. There was no reason I should have passed down, but I did. And it was the first time I've ever done it to my artist, and she freaked out, but we laughed about it at the end, and we were joking around about it. It was all sweet, it was just right that second, and it was luckily we just finished my touch-up, and I passed out after the needle was out of my skin, because that would have been horrible otherwise. The colours, if you're going to need colours, definitely say the colours you would like so that they can kind of issue what's going to happen. Some artists will charge for colours differently, because you got to think it's their time to design it and tattoo it. The cost of the needles, because needles are single use, so that one after the U it gets thrown out. Like everything's single use with tattoos. So it's all the cost of all the stuff and the ink and all of that then they've got to replace when like they've run out. So it's just this big thing, so you got to remember that. My store minimum is 80. Most stores will have the store minimum, so mine's 80 and then it's 100 an hour. So I have 2 that were 80. So my back and my arm were 80, and I had a touch-up, and touch-ups obviously was also why it took a bit longer. So my arm was 80, my back was 80 because they were store minimum, and then I got my leg tattooed, and that was 100 because that took an hour by itself, and then when I got my ribs and wrists done, that was 100 because I got them all done together. And then my finger, the touch-ups, and my chest was 120. So, yeah, that's just, you got to keep that in mind. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys!